I can record and stream at the same time. This is, yep, streaming and recording. Just curious. Probably pushing the limits of my computer. I don't know. Little remnants of something all over the place. Grab my iPad and make sure I'm actually streaming. Back to this. To there. Home. Our channel. Turn the volume down. Huh, so far so good. Alright, we've already wasted 2 minutes. Ha! Triple this iPad. Got an A1502 here with a problem of no image, no backlight. Now, why do you think that is? Give you one guess as to why this has no image, no backlight. This computer is very dirty. Disgusting MacBook. Gross. Power on. Dirty that screen is. Couldn't even see anything if I wanted to on there. No image and no backlight. That's right, yeah, customers never liquid damage their computers, and they never lie. It's two things you gotta learn in this industry, right? Or in repair of any products. No, I never liquid damage my machine. Holy moly, this is nasty. Do they have one of those screen protectors on here? I don't know what they did to this screen, but this stuff is not coming off. Alright, that's a lost cause. We'll just do the middle. The middle is what counts, right? There we go. Nice and nice and shiny in the middle. We can see the Apple logo, yeah. No, not liquid damaged. No, not at all. What are you talking about? Yeah, we got nothing. I got a really bright flashlight. We got no image. Yeah, exactly. Heard the chime though. Probably confirm that it's on with the cap lock light. Yep. This keyboard is a bit... this is disgusting. That is why we wear gloves when we repair stuff. Oh, you can't even see it, huh? Because my light's... Yeah, my light's an LED, so it's... You get the idea. Filthy. Filthy, filthy laptop. Yeah, you can see the crumbage people eat on their computers. Alright, turned it off. We're going to skip the playing around and try to get this done fairly quickly. Yeah, as I say, I haven't opened this yet. Now, if you've worked on a lot of these A1502s and 1398s, you know that the backlight circuits are pretty robust on these and hardly ever die. Unless they get direct liquid on them, which is hard because on this one, it's like on the back. Is it on the back? No. On the back side of the board in the middle? I don't remember. But I know it's not on the edge like the airs where the chip is like right at the edge and gets damaged easily. Alright, we'll pop the cover off. Oh, the LCD's undone. Could be why you have no image. Go ahead and undo the battery. Alright. And I can already see what the problem is. Don't even need a microscope to see this, but since I've got one. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's on the edge or on the corner, so I'm gonna switch to microscope. Blurry. Clear enough. I'm just gonna move the board over here to the LCD connector area. Oh, yeah, that could be an issue. Oh, and look at the cable. Cable's busted too, so this is gonna be another the same job as yesterday, just a different model of computer. It's gonna be a LCD connector replacement and a cable replacement, because those pins, yeah, that plastic just falls right off. Hopefully, I think my customer, not the owner, that my customer actually said that when they had it and they plugged it or turned it on, it had an image. It still had an image, but just no backlight, and now we can see why. No liquid damage, right? No liquid damage. None at all. A little ISO, you think so? You want to try it? Little ISO. Let's try to clean it off with a little isopropyl first. Yeah. Good to go, right? She'll be right. Let's touch it up with some solder. How reliable would that be? And actually, you know what? It's not a bad idea. I probably could touch it up. My only concern is the inside of the connector. Spent half the afternoon reballing SMCs. I'd like for a display cable replacement right now. Yeah, I don't mind reballing SMCs. I thought about doing a video of me reballing like 6 SMCs in a row, just because nobody else has done it. not for any other reason except for no one else has done a video. Hey Pedro, long time no see. Let's have a look. I'm gonna see if I can pull the camera over the edge here without disconnecting the stream. I'm going to pull the camera off the edge here and see if I can see inside this connector and see if it's damaged at all. I can't see anything. It's got a little bit of burning on it. Can't really see it, but I don't know. I guess we could put it to a vote. Who's in favor of replacing the LVDS connector, and who's votes for just touching up those solder joints? My concern is if you look at that pin, yeah, if you look at pin 1, it's like it's eroded and wearing out. It's super thin compared to the other ones. Watch. Maybe not. Can you see that? Oh, geez. Yeah. And the well, the thing too is house moth is the pin that's eroded is the backlight. You know, it carries the highest amount of voltage and stuff. Yeah, I'll see it back in a week and go, oh yeah, the screen blew up because you didn't do that. Fencing wire. Yeah. I mean, I already quoted them for logic board repair, and they approved it. So, I guess I should probably earn my money, huh? I wonder if I could get away with replacing it without taking the board out. I'm not gonna do that. That's lazy. Besides, these screens are still like $460. I'd hate to, yeah, repair it and then the screen blows up and they, because of that connector, and they come back to me and say, guess what? You owe us a screen now. Like, what you paid me for the logic board repair will not cover a screen for this computer. So that's probably my rationale for replacing the connector. So at least I know that, it has a brand new connector on it. So if they come back, I can say, hey, well, I replaced the connector and battery's undone. The battery's unplugged, by the way. See if I can quickly get this out of here. This is a 2015 A1502. You know how you can tell? Because the touchpad cable is above the battery. Easy, quick way if you didn't know otherwise. Dun, 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 dun. So quickly preserve the customer data by removing the SSD, putting it in our static shielding box. Where did I just throw this? Oh. These are pretty easy to work on. They only have a few screws. How long have you been doing this kind of work? Fixing MacBooks for 2.5 years. I've been in business since early 2019. But I've been into fixing electronics for 20. I used to repair like car stereo amplifiers, like subwoofer amps, and TVs. I still do TVs and like power supplies, stuff like that. Just pull that tape off there. But I've officially been doing MacBook and PC laptop or Windows laptop board repair for a couple of years. I've had a soldering iron forever though. These are always the trickiest. You can't even see what I'm doing. These are always the trickiest connectors. I have a new mount for this camera that will bring it down a lot further. I just haven't installed it yet because I'm lazy. Bought it off Amazon though, thanks to a recommendation from another YouTuber. Squeezy, squeezy. There we go. Ha. It's a combined effort. The other, that's weird. I didn't see a board screw right there. I don't remember them being right there. Interesting. Boom, boom, boom. That. Undo the DC in. Plug in our, turn on our equipment. Nice, I didn't get started with board panel until 2017. Feels like forever ago. Yeah, I've only been officially in business for a couple years. But before that, before I started working on MacBooks, I bought like officially as a business, I bought probably 35, 40 machines off of eBay over the course of a few months, 6 months, and I worked on them and fixed them, and then learned a bunch of stuff. Went on some forums. I'm sure you know what forums I'm talking about. I went on a bunch of forums, watched a bunch of videos, and learned how the circuits work, and yeah. After I had successfully repaired all but one of those machines and sold them off, and they've not one of them has came back, and I have all the customers' information. So the repairs they're board repairs, but they were somewhat basic, like PP bus shorted, backlight, stuff like that. Nothing major. I've had none of them come back, so that kind of gave me a boost and said, I told myself, I'm like, hey, maybe I can do this then. I'm not liking this, though. I just noticed. I'm not even going to flip the board over, but if you watch, I'll turn the microscope on real quick. Something I see that concerns me. Not liquid damaged at all, right next to the DC board. What is going on the other side of this? Oh, bummer. Look at that. I know this board boots up though. CD3211's got some damage next to it too. So we'll save that for now, and then we'll clean that up with some IPA, and if anything looks bad, we'll replace all that too. I think I got donor boards for this. And of course, here's our backlight. Yeah, our backlight circuit's right in the middle of the board. Let's test our backlight fuse, huh? And see if it's blown. Gotta go MacBook buying, fellas. Have fun. We'll watch the upload too. Yeah. Have fun buying more computers to fix. We'll see you later. Oh, of course, our backlight fuse still works. Of course it still works. Why would it not? Why would it blow? Why would the backlight fuse blow? Sure we don't have any gross corrosion anywhere. I'm just happy you guys, anybody stops by to watch for, even if it's for a little while. It's awesome. I'm humbled, you guys. Like, it's cool. I mean, I'd record or do a live stream or record a video regardless if anyone showed up or not. But it's cool that you guys take time out of your day, out of your time, or take your personal time or whatever, and just to come watch for a minute. That's pretty cool. All right. You know what we came to do. We're going to wipe this LCD connector off. Can I even... That's weird. Can I even get to the whole connector? Sorry, yeah, you can't even see the whole connector. I have a 0.35 Barlow, yeah. So I'm not sure why you can't see that whole entire LCD connector. Weird. Well, I'm glad. I'm trying to make it entertaining and PG also, because my kids like to watch me. So I try to keep my language clean. I am going to turn the fume extractor on, so it's going to get a little bit noisy, and I apologize. Not too much noisier, but... warm the board up a little bit, and then I'm going to dispatch this poor LCD connector. We're going to send him off to no man's land. Oh, you can barely hear it? Oh, good. Good. We're going to point our hot air away off the edge of the board because we don't want to melt anything else. Besides the liquid damage indicator. We don't care about those. Come on. Haha. And he went flying. I don't know if I can see inside that any better now. Let's see. Come here, you. Oh, yeah. Ow, hot. I'm not sure if you can see inside that or not. But it's definitely burnt inside there. Now that I'm like this. See if I can get any closer. You can see inside there is burnt. So yeah, that's a good call on replacing that. Yep, roasty toasty. Alright. Whoops. This is all... Don't need that liquid damage indicator anymore. Get out our flux. I'm actually going to flip the board around so I'm right-handed, so flip it around so I can... There we go. More comfy. We'll refurbish these pads. We'll rehab them with some fresh Kester 6337. show our burnt area here. Where is my other roll of wick? I have a thin roll of wick in here somewhere. Need to find it. There you are. I got two different thicknesses of wick. Blurry a little bit. It's hard to believe this is the second computer in a row this week that had a burnt LCD connector, and except for this one's on the board, not on the screen. So that's good. The fume extractor is not seeming to work right. Alright. Clean off that flux. Yeah, we'll have to address the underside of the board as well. We got some liquid damage underneath that we'll have to address. This is gonna be just like the stream I did last night. Basically, it's like replace the LCD cable on the screen, or the LVDS, whatever, and a connector. This one's gonna have a little added bonus of some components on the backside. Got our new connector. These tweezers are messed up. Hey! Stop sticking. Tweezers are all sticky. Alright. We're gonna do the anchor pads first. Like always. Some more flux. Whoop. This LCD connector does not want to cooperate. There we go. All right. Just a little patience. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm just trying to concentrate. This is... Alright. Turn it over here and see if I can't get to these pins easier this way. Can't clear that up a little bit. What was that? OBS disconnect. Stream is still going. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting warnings. I'm like, everything okay? I'm like, it's kind of hard to pay attention to what you're doing here and everything else. Don't want to touch my pins because they're all nicely soldered. It's kind of a hard angle. I don't want to touch my pins because they're all soldered fine. Alright, that's good, and we'll just touch that up. Alright. Just a tiny bit more solder in this one. Can you even see what I'm doing? Oh, yeah. The bottom. Oh, don't touch it. Looks good. Don't touch it again. Alright. Now comes the cleanup. Cleanup crew. Got some scratches on here, but that's alright. It's not going to affect the performance. Those side pads are always... I could switch tips and clean those up, and I might do that later. I've got a chisel tip that does really good with those anchor points. But my concern is the pins. Just make sure those pins are soldered on. Just do a little gentle toothbrush action here. Test these now. Backlight solid. Solid, 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 solid. Just want to make sure these are soldered, not flapping around in the breeze. Good. Alright, they're all soldered. Now we can address the other side here. We're going to wipe this with IPA real quick and see if there's anything that needs to be replaced. Don't like the looks of this chip. We may have to replace that. Is that blurry when I do that? Yeah. actually doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure I like that too much. Well, these little caps look okay. Just probably touch up the solder joints on those. My only concern is this one pin right here. That joint does not look good. What is this chip? Is this Thunderbolt or... Let's open up Flexboard View real quick. A1502. A4924. U3210. That's our 3.3 volt high voltage power mux for Thunderbolt. Yeah. All right. If I should pull that off or pull it off and replace it, or just pull it off and resolder it. Check those pins. Yeah, I don't like the looks of those pins on the right, so we're going to take it off real quick. I'm going to pull it off and check underneath and just make sure. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. There's just like a little tiny... As it takes off flying, there's just a little tiny bit of dirt right here. Well, no, look at that. I don't like the looks of that. Well, let's flux it up and put some solder on it and see if that cleans off. Oh yeah, that's fine. It came off. Yeah, we'll put it back on just like you said. We'll just clean up this, we'll clean up these pads and reuse it. I just want to make sure, you know, we don't have any corroded pads or anything that are going to keep it from working. That pad is a little dirty, but I'm sure if we just clean it off and we'll simultaneously touch up the capacitors around it accidentally. Sorry, this is bouncing around. Hmm. How long is this going to go on? 48 minutes. All right. Come on. Tips getting old. Okay. Should probably put some fresh flux on there. Whoops. Sorry, I know it's kind of blurry, but it's just because I have the fan and everything on the bottom of this board, so it keeps flipping around. Sorry about that. Alright. Hello, loading phone. Welcome. Try to make this a little clearer. Hold the board down. Alright. Now, turn that off. Now, what would you like me to do first? Should I replace the LCD or the cable on the LCD before I test the board, or should I grab a test screen to make sure that what we did to the board works? I'm good either way. But if you're impatient and you want to see if the board has an image in backlight now, I can plug a test screen onto it, or we can go ahead with the replacing the LCD cable on the actual computer and see if that works. Test screen, yeah. I concur. Like, I'm curious. I want to make sure that this works. I know the screen, my customer said the screen had an image. But yeah, I think I have a test screen. Maybe. Let's see. I know I have a DC in, a DC board lurking about somewhere. One of these? No, that's not it. Could realistically probably use any DC board for this, but just for argument's sake, we'll go in our plethora of tools. Alright, see if I could find my test screens. Going to have to move some stuff around here. And of course, they're the bottom. They're the box on the bottom. Oh wait. See if this one works. This is one of the ones that actually replaced the cable on. Yeah. So we need we're just looking to get a flashing question mark folder. Right? Right. Oop. The screws are attached. Now, if this doesn't work, it's not the end of the world, because I think the screen that I just plugged into it is a 2014, and this is a 2015 logic board. And I think I've done this before and it worked, but I'm not sure. We'll find out if it goes kaboom. Ready? 18. Oh, that's right. This is a 2015 board, so the fan's not going to spin. But I'm not going to lift the screen up. We're going to just wait. Yeah, that's right. It's not going to work. Well, the backlight's working, but it's not going to work because this is a 2014 screen. Let's see if I have a 15. I don't know if any of my test screens are 2015s. If not, worst case scenario, you just gotta watch me put a new cable on the other one real quick and be done. Let's check my stash. A screen stash. Move some boxes here. This would probably be a good test to see if the other test screen I have is in fact for a 2015. So let's try this one. I don't know if it'll work. Do I have? So 81278. That's 2009. And yes, any technician Worth his salt. We'll have a box full of LCDs to test with. This is probably a 13, 14 screen also. Don't know why I've done this probably 150 or 300 times. Still makes me nervous every time I plug an LCD cable into one of these. Oh, thank you. I try. It's a little messy right now. I tend to keep a tidy shop. It's weird that way. Don't panic if this does a white screen again. This is also a, I don't know if this is a 2015 screen or not. Alright, still waiting. I did turn the board on. CPU's warm. There you go. Yep. So this board has Big Sur installed. Obviously you can see the wacky, the little cartoonish looking folder. But yeah, so we fixed the connector. So the backlight is now working and we have an image and everything. So replacing the connector definitely fixed the board. And I just learned that this is a 2015 screen, so I'm going to mark it as such. Awesome. All right, so there's half our problem solved. Now, the other half doesn't involve soldering, but it involves me taking yet another screen apart like I did yesterday, and I did like 2 or 3 the other day, not on stream, but I've blown through a bunch of these cables this week. Alright, so this, yeah, it just needs a new camera cable. This is a pretty good panel. I'm going to write 2015 on it because it worked. So pardon the, hey, what's going on, Micromage? We're going to put 2015 on that test screen so I know next time to grab this guy. Put you back in my box of test screens. And now, worry about cleaning up later. And now we'll do the second part of the repair. Check screen backlight adjustment. Yeah, I will once I redo this cable. Unfortunately, I just had that board plugged in. I just want to see if the backlight works. But yeah, I'll check that for sure. Thanks. Get that schmutz off there. We're going to pop this into overdrive here. Since we're at an hour already. Yeah, I'll replace this cable real quick and then we'll pop it back on and we'll test everything. I'll turn it back on and make sure it adjusts. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad at least now I know the board part is fixed. This these pins were burnt though, so I have a good feeling that this screen will definitely work because the pins are just the plastic underneath the backlight pin and then the second pin were just broken. So it's just a broken broken cable replacement. It's not it wasn't actually burned. I'm not really. I forgot these little side bracket jobs. Come on. Anyway, gotta go until next time. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, House Moth. We'll see you again. Take care. Sticky. All right. Now, if you've never taken one of these clutch covers off of MacBook screens, all you have to do is take the shaft of a screwdriver and rest it on the side of the clutch cover, and you just gently push down, and it will slide down. No harm, no foul. No ripping tabs off of it. Come on. Did I just see spot liquid on that? That's not good. Something felt sticky on that. I guess we'll find out soon enough, eh? Move all of our screws. We gotta pull our Wi-Fi antenna off. Most of the way. This is so great. Like, these are one of the most expensive LCDs, but you can actually relatively easily replace the cable on it, as I've done. I'm doing in this stream tonight. I did in the stream yesterday, and then I've done a video a few days ago or something of me doing a cable replacement on one of these screens. And then the test screen that I just used before this one, I did the same thing. That needed a cable replacement. So there's some cloth tape here you gotta cut. Cable, antenna out of the way. Go ahead and show you the cable or the connector on the screen. We can experience this together to see if it's damaged. I hope it's not, because a double connector replacement would not be in my, would not make me happy. No, looks fine. Yeah. So it's just a busted cable. Hey, where are you going? Stay. Moment of strength. Urgh. Ends up on the floor. Where's my bag of cables again? Gonna have to order more soon. Keep going through these things. Sorry, I want to see something real quick. If this, I want to make sure this is good. Some of them have some green crap on them. We're just going to clean it off, just for sanity purposes. Good. Even pressure. Okay. Cables in. Put one of our antenna screws back here. Chat keeps disconnecting for me. Huh, strange. Yeah, my internet has been acting up past day or two. Not sure if anyone knows this little secret, but there on the bottom of these hinges there's a tab that's on the bottom. If you push on that when you're tightening it down, it lines it up. It lines the hinge up. Sorry I'm not talking so much. I'm just trying to go through this a little quick. I don't really edit my videos because I don't have the time. So they do tend to run on the longer side. I would not be mad if you use this video to go to sleep. But if you do, you're going to miss the best part. Because in about 2 minutes, I'm going to put the screen back on the computer and we're going to put it back together. Alright. Get our trusty cloth tape. Are you still on, Pedro? Just curious. I see that it says there's 2 concurrent viewers or whatever. I don't know if that means there's 2 people watching. I do have another repair to do, but I'll probably just do a upload video for that. It's a 2009 A1502 with no Wi-Fi. I think it's just the Bluetooth, the airport card inside the screen needs to be replaced. So I'm gonna do video of that as well, but not. I don't like doing multiple repairs in one video. I like to space them out, but I was thinking about doing a video of that one too. I just thought this one would be more interesting again. And it shows that this is a pretty common fault on these machines, is the when it gets liquid damage for the LCD connector to die. There you go. Hold that back on there. Curious about what other people do with that. Alright. Put our clutch cover back on. Sorry. I'm like, got the microscope camera on still. You can't even see what I'm doing here. We're just snapping the clutch cover back on. Try to get this thing to snap on right. Is that damaged? That ain't gonna work. Alright. We'll have to put a new one on there. think we snapped that little tab, but luckily I have extra clutch covers, so. I actually have one of those covers, but it's the wrong side. Yep, darn it. That one goes on the left side. Do I have a right side? It's not. Nope, I'll have to go look, get a clutch cover out of the stash. Oh, I'll stay in scope cam. Stare at my dirty screen for a minute. That one's not in great shape. There we go. You're gonna give me grief too. I have a couple of those. I don't have a lot. There we go. Got it. I just noticed behind the hinge this is dirty. Not getting mine there. Alright. Definitely clean that screen off when we're done. Back on here. A couple of screws in here just to hold it on. Did you fall out? There we go. Just trying to get this screen lined up. Nice. You moved, didn't you? Yep. It does that sometimes. It'll move when you go to tighten the screws down. You know what? Take these gloves off. Can't feel anything. How does it do that? Every time. It's like as soon as I tighten that screw down. If you guys got a better way of straightening or of putting these screens on straight, I'm all ears. Because it's a royal pain. Alright. Cool. Gotta put my little side tabs on too. I'm not going to fully reassemble this on this video. We're already at an hour and a half, so I'm probably going to just put the board in, do some quick testing. Make sure our backlight circuit is functioning and adjusting correctly, and make sure Thunderbolt works, since we took that mux off and resoldered it. Make sure a Thunderbolt still works well. Okay. That logic board. Ooh, we're gonna let it get our backlight, keyboard backlight. Keep that from going underneath. This part is so tricky. Mm. Stinking tabs. Now our keyboard flexes onto the board. Okay. Gonna need to plug our keyboard in. Oh, this is annoying. I hate keyboard cables. So hard to see. Yeah, see how easy it was to do it like that? I swear every little cable on this computer wants to give me grief. Power to our HDMI board. Speaker. We're not going to worry about the camera or any of that stuff right now, or Wi-Fi, because we're just going to test this real quick. We do got to put these little guys back in though. If I don't do that now, I'll definitely forget. It's like Pedro. He forgets. I forgot what he keeps forgetting to put in. I know a couple of posts he did on the Facebook forum. He keeps forgetting to put something in. Is it the shroud, the rubber shroud, or I don't remember. He'd have to chime in. Put a couple of board screws in here. None of these connectors want to cooperate. Got my own. There we go. Okay. we'll just put one logic board in, screw in real quick, and so we can test. Clean that off a little bit. Probably you see this board, possibly. Last but not least, our LCD. Yeah, these connectors are so easy to destroy. The cable. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Our fan seems a little, there we go. Seems a little off. All right. No, I don't have the customer's SSD in there right now. I'm going to boot to an external so we can actually see. Log in and adjust things. I don't have to worry about doxing things. All right. Their battery's charged. No? Battery dead? Screen is dirty. Well, we obviously have backlight, and the screen is working. This out of the way. Let that thing take its sweet time booting up. Stuck on. Huh? Oh, it's thinking. Still thinking. Try to clean the screen. I'm sitting here waiting. Do I need to... I wonder if I need to boot into Big Sur. It's just taking its sweet time. Wipe the screen off here. Screen is filthy, and my screen wipe's not even touching whatever this is. Worry about it later. Well, you're taking your sweet time, aren't you? Fan's working. Do a PRAM reset on it. Oh, there we go. Got a chime. All right. Let's try that again. We know it has a backlight, but I just want to make sure the backlight adjustment works. Should. Don't see why it wouldn't. All right. Let's see. Yep. So backlight, have image, everything's working now. Cool. Well, the only thing left to do to this computer is that's my thumbnail. Here, hold on. That's going to be my thumbnail. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.